Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Watch Me Work video on this channel. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I posted this set on my Instagram asking if you guys wanted to see a tutorial on this. There was an overwhelming yes, please do a tutorial. So I am going to go from these little guys, little nuggets as I call them, to these beauties. So if this interests you, just stick around. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my cuticle pusher and push the cuticles back on all fingers. And because I don't have a whole lot of growth with this set, I am going to go in with my orange crush bit, turn my e-file on to like 28, 29, 27, somewhere around there, and take off all the product except for a thin layer that I will leave on my nails. I don't know about you, but I could watch someone filing off all their product with an e-file all day long. It is so satisfying. Okay, now I'm going to switch bits, turn my e-file to 7,000 RPM, and I'm just going to get the rest of the color off and any lifting if there is any. And I don't have any lifting, but because I want to take off a majority of the product with the exception of a very thin layer, I want to use my medium grit zebra sanding band. Gee, who knew that would be a hard thing to get out? Medium grit zebra sanding band. Then with my pink diamond ceramic cuticle bit from Nail Couture, you guys know this is a favorite of mine, I will get rid of any of the leftover cuticle on the nail plate. And again, there isn't much because I haven't had this set on for very long. Then I go in with my diamond moon bit, also from Nail Couture, and I give my cuticles a massage. This cuticle bit, I've said this before, is like giving the skin around your nails itself a really nice massage. And it gets rid of any hangnails and other loose cuticle skin that the first cuticle bit didn't quite get to. So I am actually going to go in with Ugly Duckling's tippies. They're tapered square. I've not done a tutorial on this type of Watch Me Work before, so all I'm doing right now is just measuring the tips to my thumb before I do anything else on my nails. I don't want to put any primer or prep or tack or anything like that just yet because I haven't cleansed my nails because I'm doing this process. Does that make sense? So yeah, just measuring out all the tips to my fingers, and then I'm going to etch the inside of the tips, and you'll see that coming up shortly. This is the bit I use. I don't know where I got this bit. I've had it for ages, and I find it's a very fine grit, it's probably a smoothing bit. And I just etch the inside of the tips very lightly for about the length of my natural nail. And then that way I don't have any lifting and the nails don't pop off at all. And then with a wipe with just a tiny bit of alcohol, not saturated the wipe, but just moistened, I will go in and cleanse the dust from the inside of the tip and on my nails. And now I'm going in with my prep, which will dehydrate my nails so we get really good adhesion. And this next step, I put tack on and cure for 30 seconds. You don't need to do this step. I've just found that I've not had any issues whatsoever when I use the tippies, putting the tack on underneath. It's like that two-sided sticky tape that just gives that extra assurance. So yeah, I don't get any lifting and these nails don't pop off at all. Now I'm going in with Wildflower's base foundation. You can use any kind of a clear gel. I know Ugly Duckling, you can use their clear gel. I think they've even shown how you can use their velveteen to apply the tips. So I'm just putting a thin layer on my nail. I'm putting a little bit more in the well of the tip. I'm turning my lamp on for 1 minute, and then I'm putting the tip up against my cuticle, squeezing all the product to the tip of my nail, and then I hold it and I cure for about 1 minute. And I do move my thumb out of the way of holding the tips on so it can cure all the way through. And look at that, just like that, I've got all 5 nails on. And this is what you don't want to do. Put on too much product and then it squeezes out the side. I could have edited this out, but I wanted you to see that this is real. This happens sometimes to me, so I will take this, I think this is the smoothie bit, it's from Light Elegance, and I just go in and take off any excess that might be around the cuticles because you don't want that. And then I'll also go underneath the tip. If any product has oozed out underneath, I will file that flush as well. So for this set, I'm not taking the length down a whole lot. I am just kind of filing straight across to get rid of the number that's on the underside of the tip. And this is a tip from Christina from Ugly Duckling. She likes to taper her tips in even more. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not going underneath. I'm not taking away the C curve, but I'm just tapering it in a little bit more because when you apply any kind of product on top, it does widen out. So you want to exaggerate that shape. So that's what I'm doing here. Then I'll go in with my coarse sponge buffer from Ugly Duckling Nails and just take this shine off. I'm not like really filing, even though it kind of looks like I am. I'm just taking the surface shine off so the product on top will adhere better. Then I'm getting rid of all the dust, of course, and I am cleansing the nails with just alcohol because dust is your enemy. That's something we learned. So now I'm going in with tack. You don't need to do this step. I like the extra security and I am putting some hard gel on top only because with this length I need the strength. I can't have a flimsy nail and risk injuring myself because that will happen. So I've cured the tack for 30 seconds and now I'm going in with cool gel. I'm just putting a thin layer, like a slip layer, on the nail tip. It's already got a really nice apex and the shape is perfect, so I don't want to bulk out the nail. And with a second small dollop of product, I'm going to go in and just sort of float the product from the cuticle to free edge and then watch it self-level, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. So on 2 of the fingers, I am going to do a reversed French. So I'm going to take Ideal Pink Builder. This gel is so easy to use if you want to do a reverse French. It's a thicker viscosity, so you have time to play with the gel, to put it where you want it, to shape what you want without having to chase the gel away from the cuticles or the sidewalls. It's just a really, really nice consistency to work with. And I find that the cover pink of this gel is absolutely perfect. Like it almost matches my nail beds perfectly. So with the Ideal Pink Builder, I'm just extending my own natural nail bed to make it look longer, and I'm shaping my nail bed the way I want it. So unfortunately for me, I don't have the long, slender nail beds like some of my clients do, so I have to make mine look the way I want them. And with a dry brush, I'm just going in on the side and making sure that the shape is exactly the way I want it. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, I still haven't cured this, and I'm moving my finger around and it's not moving anywhere. This is a beautiful product to work with. So I did cure it for 30 seconds, and here I'm going in with some more of the product and I'm building up the nail, I'm building up this part because I want a wall of gel at the free edge part, and you'll see that. If you know how to do a reverse French, you'll understand what I'm kind of telling you, or I'm probably butchering it more than explaining it really clearly. So before I cure the product, I am cleaning up the shape. And this is the wall I'm referring to. So it's nice and high, and when you file all this product off, it is so satisfying, and you will see that in a moment. So right now it's obviously cured. I've cured it for 30 seconds. And I'm going in to clean up that shape with the file. I would recommend using a new file so it's nice and sharp and you can get a really nice, crisp, clean smile line. So as soon as I get the nice, crisp shape I'm looking for, I will cleanse it with alcohol. So this is the wall that I was talking about, the wall of gel, or a cliff of gel, if you prefer. And now I can go in with my color and show you what I'm going to do next. So I'm going in with Ugly Duckling number 17, and it's this beautiful light blue periwinkle color, and just putting it on the two middle fingers. Actually, I only have one middle finger. Well, these two fingers here that you see. Yeah, one middle finger, and I know how to use it. Oh, did I just say that out loud? So after I get a thin layer on, I will cure for about 45 seconds, and here I'm going in with my second layer, and I'm going to cure again for 30 to 45 seconds. Now I'm going to take Light Elegance Hollow Butter Bling, which is my absolute favorite silver glitter, and I'm only putting a thin layer on because I don't want to cover up that beautiful blue periwinkle color. So I'm using my Magic Gel Ombre brush and just putting a very fine thin layer of Hollow Butter Bling on both of these fingers and curing for 30 seconds. Now I will take the cool gel again, and I will fill in that ridge, that empty space between the wall of the Ideal Pink builder and the blue color. So you want to fill that in so when you file, you get a really nice sharp smile line. This works really great for when you're doing white and pink reverse French, but it also works for color. So I'm actually just piling on the gel right here. Tipping the hand upside down so gravity will get that nice apex that I want, and I'm making sure that the gel covers even the side. And you can, as you can see, I am losing my shape here. It's not so much a tapered square or a coffin, but it's kind of like, it's just not that. So after I get the clear gel placed where I want it, turn it upside down for gravity to do its job, I am going to cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with I think this is the 100 grit side of the Lexi file, and just shaping these nails up. I don't need to do a whole lot of shaping because I did shape beforehand. Now on the reversed French designs, I do have to do a little bit more filing because I kind of really piled on the gel here, but I don't mind doing that so I have the confidence and the room to file into that shape that I want. So now I'm going in with my, what is this bit called? It's from Nail Couture. It's the safety bit, and it's the pink diamond round top barrel safety bit, I think. It's my favorite bit. I cannot live without this bit. And I'm just taking off all that bulk. I'm doing a lot of the shaping with this bit as well as removing the product, or I should say debulking the nail, not removing the product, because we're shaping, we're not getting rid of everything that I just did. Not really. You guys know what I mean. So now I'll go in with a finer grit zebra file, and this is the medium grit from Ugly Duckling. I do a lot of finish filing with this grit of a nail file. I find that I don't take off too much product and I get a really nice smooth finish file look. And lastly, I go in with Ugly Duckling's coarse sponge buffer and just get rid of any dips and valleys and just make sure that it is nice and smooth. Then getting rid of all the dust with my 99% isopropyl alcohol. And before I apply any color, when I'm doing color on top, I will take my cuticle pusher and push the cuticles back again. This helps me to butt the color up nice and close to the cuticles without hitting the cuticles. And that way when the cuticles relax, it kind of goes over top of the color and you get that really nice, crisp, clean cuticle look. I did over file, so I'm just touching that up on the ring finger and middle finger and going in with my second layer of color. I did cure the first layer for 45 seconds. So now I'm just going in with the second layer, I believe. No, I'm still doing the first layer. Oh, jeez. Like, I just filmed this yesterday. It's not like I forgot what I did, but apparently I did forget. So, let's just recap that a little bit. After I put the first layer of color on, I will go in and cure for about 45 seconds because these colors from Ugly Duckling are very pigmented. Then I will go in and do a second layer of color and cure for 45 to 60 seconds. So yeah, here I'm doing the second layer. Yeah, my son doesn't call me blonde for no reason. So now that the color has been cured, I am going in with the hollow butter bling again, and I'm going to put it on two of the fingers. So I'm doing the pinky finger and the index finger. Just putting a thin layer on, feathering it down towards the middle of the nail with my Magic Gel ombre brush, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds and put a top coat on. So I decided to use Ugly Duckling's No Wipe top coat. It is one of my favorite no wipe top coats, and I do like to use like similar brands. I know I do have some Light Elegance, the Butter Bling on here, but I do know that a no wipe top coat works really well over top of the buttercreams or butter blings or any hard gel. I am putting crystals on the reversed French nails, so I find that when I use the Ugly Duckling no wipe top coat and top coat over top of the top coat again, I don't get any pitting or separation with the top coat. That makes sense, right? So here I'm taking Stick It from Ugly Duckling, just putting just a thin layer with a micro swab of the Stick It onto my nail. I don't know what size of Swarovski crystals these are. I'm going to guess SS7 for the biggest one, SS5 and SS3. So after I get the crystals placed where I want them, I will do a quick flash cure and then go on to the next design of crystals and do a full cure for 1 minute. So after I've cured that, I've got a very fine detailer brush. It's just a generic one, and I'm putting the top coat around the back side of the crystals, and I'm sorry I'm out of frame here. And then I'm putting the Ugly Duckling No Wipe top coat, butting it up to the crystals and then towards the free edge. And this is the part where I say that it doesn't pit or separate. And I'm going to cure for a full minute. Then to finish these nails off, Can you speak, Carrie? I go in with my daddy oil from Famous Names and just moisturize those dried out cuticles and skin around the nails. And then Light Elegance has Q and Lou. I've never tried this lotion before. This is the 60 ml size, so it's the travel size. That's brand new. Put that on my hands. It smells amazing. It's spa-like, so it's not floral. It's more of a masculine spa-like fragrance. And I'm going in with my LCN finish cleaner, and that just gets off any last remnants of dirt and shines everything up. So it just sparkles. And this is a great test to make sure that my Swarovski crystals are on nice and snug. See, not much dirt on the wipe. And there's the finished look. So I want to give a shout out to the inspiration for this design is Jessica Angelique Mattini. She is a Swedish nail tech that uses En Vogue nail systems, which I was trained with. So her videos on YouTube, I watch them and I think, oh man, I can do that. That looks so easy. She makes her designs look achievable, and that's why I love watching her. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or I missed something and you didn't quite understand something, place your question in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!